Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Bob is going to the moon. Oh my God, I'm a genius. Bob is going to the moon, brother. Welcome back, Strongman Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belly. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a fake boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And did you know Bob's stock went up today? We're going to explore why, because nothing is more important to a long-term investor than why a stunk went up in one day, okay? But let's go check it out. So apparently, old Baba my Abba went up by 7%, bro. Look at that, 7%, bro. And it's currently at 69. 69.82. Now, how bad have I been decimated by Baba? I'm down 48%. I'm a clown. I'm a huge clown. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Now, why is Baba my Abba going up? Well, there's currently a wall of worry. You know, the foo-foo who says the wall of worry? And there's all these bricks on the wall. It's like, oh, delisting, oh, the lockdowns, oh, the new Chinese government. What does common prosperity mean? You know, the tech crackdowns, all this freaking crap, okay? And my thesis is, and remember, this is a speculative part of my portfolio. I'm not saying you should buy this stock because it could potentially go to zero. It could, okay? But it's a speculative part of my portfolio because I have 95% in index funds. And I'm willing to wait to see if this play works out. And if it doesn't, I'll be fine because it's only 5% of my portfolio, okay? But in my opinion, I think a lot of the worries that are going on right now at some point will go away because things aren't bad forever. And when it comes to Chinese stocks, things have been freaking bad. Okay, every single conceivable thing that could go wrong with Chinese stocks went wrong. I did not expect Alibaba to go down to, what was its low in the 60s? I did not expect that, okay? But you know what? If I'm going to hold this stock for the long run, I average down. My cost basis is 135, 134, and I'm willing to wait to see what happens in the next couple of years. Now, there are legitimate criticisms, and there's a lot of risks. I get it, okay? You don't have to buy Chinese stuff. You don't have to do it. I'm not encouraging you to buy it. I'm just laying out why I bought it, and I'm telling you why I did and what percentage of my portfolio it is, okay? Well, there's a couple bricks in the wall of worry that will eventually end. So what people keep telling me is this zero COVID thing where China keeps locking down all these different places when there's a virus flare up. At some point, that has to end. Because in my opinion, this is if I was running China, at some point, you cannot just continue to destroy your economy. Because when you lock down businesses, especially small businesses, you freaking destroy them, okay? Because people can't come to your store, or you have to have protocols where you have to separate people, like in this picture right here, where there's a space in between the people, okay? It hurts business. And if you're having economic troubles, if your economy's going to crap and you're not hitting the growth rates that you want, at some point you got to stop this crap. Now, apparently there's a rumor, okay? This is why Chinese stocks are all over the place, man. They could crash tomorrow. But there's a rumor that China is going to start easing back on their corona mitigation policies. Is it true? I don't know. But I can tell you, at some point, it will end, okay? The stock went up today 7%. I get it. And it could go down 10% tomorrow. But at some point, this will end. Do you really think we're going to have zero COVID for the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years? No, okay? And if they did, that would also impress me. But then again, crazier things have happened. But at some point, it's going to end. And when it does end, do you think that's a positive catalyst or do you think that's a negative catalyst? I would say it's probably positive for China. And when that happens, I expect, unless there's some terrible news somewhere else, maybe delisting, I don't know, it might be a positive catalyst. But I'm not getting excited now because I don't see an end to it, okay? So, and you should not be excited either. Stop getting copium Stop reading all these news articles saying, oh my God, it went up today. Oh my God, it's a rumor. Oh. Stop, okay? If you bought this company and you're bullish long-term, just wait it out. Be patient. At some point, the lockdowns will go away. I don't know when that is. Nobody knows except the Chinese government, okay? Now, what else is going on? Well, apparently, there's this Bloomberg article. U.S. audit inspectors finish on-site China work ahead of plan. Is that good or is that bad? I don't know. PCAOB, Public Company Accounting Oversight Board inspectors, may leave in the coming days ahead of ahead of schedule. Concerns on delistings of 200 China firms have roiled markets. So there's a big kerfluffle because we have the PCAOB, which is responsible for overseeing public accounting companies that audit large publicly listed firms, okay? The PCAOB was created basically after Enron, the fraud that went on with there. And it's their job to help protect the investing public by forcing public accounting firms, the big four, whoever else audits public companies, to register with them. And the PCAOB can come in there and basically audit the auditors. That's kind of their point. Because remember, when Enron collapsed, there was an accounting firm. What was it called? Boopity Boppity, whatever. There was this huge accounting firm that was basically like completely failed to catch the fraud that was going on. And that led to the creation of the PCAOB. Now, how does that apply to all the Chinese stocks? Well, the Chinese aren't a big fan of the PCAOB coming in and auditing their stuff, auditing the auditors. Why? Well, we're geopolitical rivals, okay, right? China's an emerging power. The U.S. has been the dominant power since World War II. We're competing with each other, and the Chinese have some reservations about our auditors coming in. And honestly, like, I could understand it. If they want to be secretive, I can see it from their perspective, okay? But from the United States perspective, it's like, well, how do we know if there's fraud? How do we know? We can't audit the auditors. We can't go look at the work papers of the public accounting firms that are in Hong Kong. Well, they're trying to get to a resolution because there was a law passed that said if the books aren't looked at, a lot of Chinese stocks will be delisted after 3 years if they are not compliant. So that's a big worry. Well, apparently there's some kind of tentative agreement that's reached. U.S. audit officials have gone to Hong Kong and audited the books, looked at the work papers of these public accounting firms, and now they're done ahead of schedule. What does that mean? I don't know, okay? But this will actually be a big deal because another brick in the wall of worry is that there's a lot of fraud. Everything's fraudulent in China, okay? America's perfect. Everything's fake in China. Alibaba probably has like $2 of revenue a year. Yum China, which they have in this article, everything's garbage, okay, apparently. There's just fraud is prevalent. Maybe, but this inspection will at least settle that issue, hopefully, or at least help us progress towards a resolution. And if it turns out that maybe Baba's books and financial statements aren't fraudulent, and maybe the public accounting firms that audited them actually did a good job and they have good work papers, what do you think the kind of catalyst that would be? Maybe if it turns out that the books are relatively clean, there may be the SEC, the PCAOB may find some issues with what the auditing firms did. They find firms all the time, okay? But if it turns out that the audits that the public accounting firms did were actually pretty good, and it looks like you can trust the books of these large firms, what kind of catalyst do you think that could be? Okay, but have we had a resolution? No. Now, I'm sure the PCAOB, SEC, is going to come out with a statement regarding what they've done. But they finished the first on-site inspection, okay? And I believe Baba's books are probably not fraudulent, okay? There's probably fraud in China, okay? I'm not going to dispute that. But I find it hard to believe that everything with Alibaba is just like fake or massively overstated. I could be wrong. That's why I only invest in very massive companies in China, basically Alibaba. Now, if it's a small company, yeah, there could be massive fraud going on. But when it comes to Baba, I think it's less likely. But we will see, okay? So these are two big bricks in the wall of worry. The lockdowns, the zero COVID, and now this whole auditing spat. Because if the delisting thing goes away, and it turns out you can trust the books, and it turns out the lockdowns are going away, You think that's going to be a good catalyst or a bad catalyst? I don't know. Okay. But that's the update. Nothing significant has really happened. They haven't ended the lockdowns. We don't know if we can trust the books. We don't know how good those public accounting firms are, but we're making progress. And if things turn out to be good, you could potentially see Chinese stocks go up. I'm not saying to buy them because it could turn out that they are, in fact, fraudulent. But in that case, my gamble will be completely wrong and I'm a clown and I'll lose my money. Okay, I'll accept that. But I took a risk and I'm going to see what happens. Okay, so that's kind of my thoughts. People get caught up in doom and gloom and they're watching YouTube channels and every single YouTube channel saying China's done. It's the end of China. Everything's collapsing. China's going to zero. All Chinese stocks are all going to be delisted and go to zero. You got to filter or consider what you're watching. A lot of things are propaganda. Okay. Now, I'm not saying there's not truth to what people are saying. You know, I'm sure the housing market, the whole real estate issue is a big deal in China. But do you really know how bad it is? Does anybody really know? I don't know. Okay. But I can't sit there and just, I wonder what's going on with the real estate market. Oh my God. There's risk there, but there's only so much I can do. Okay. But these are positive catalysts. We'll see. And if the lockdown's in and it turns out they're not fraudulent, things may start to work out. Okay. And if the real estate market stabilizes, what then? I don't know. Okay. So I'm still diamond handing Baba, but I'm not excited about the stock going up. I will get actually excited when I hear positive, real material news that is bullish for China. Okay. Until then, stop reading the articles. Stop worrying about this crap. If you bought the stock and you're down, okay. Okay. Stonks go down. Most stonks are down pretty significantly. Chinese stocks got wrecked way more than other stocks, but that doesn't mean they could recover. Because if you look at Baba's like valuation, I mean, price to books of 1.29, like from a fundamental standpoint, it's cheap. Now you may say, the PE ratio, well, that's really high. Yes, if you have a very bad couple of quarters in the past, that means your earnings are very, very low, and that may mean your PE is going to be higher, okay? But let's go look at, there should be like analyst crap here. Look at the analyst said, bro, 241. That's me right there. Just kidding. Okay. Analysts are saying, buy. So apparently the analysts are saying, EPS is going to start growing again, 130% in 2022. I don't know how that worked out. But 2023, 17, 2024, it looks like there's going to be revenue growth and EPS growth, according to analysts, okay? But at the end of the day, I don't really care what analysts say. I'm more focused on the wall of worry collapsing. And if my gamble works out, I'm going to go scorched earth on all you clowns that talk trash to me. I'm sitting here patiently waiting. You say Baba's like tattooed chef? Okay, let's do some comments. Only PayPal is down. It's on Amazon. Bye. What resources should I read to better understand financial statements so I can value a company better? Go study accounting. Baba is speculative. It's a speculative part of my portfolio. And yes, there are massive risks. I'm sure you know that as well because you're a Baba shill. Hey, Tay, was a good day today. It went up, bro. But weren't lockdowns great for internet stocks? Apparently not in China. NEO is up more than 15. I mean, it still hurts the economy. And then if it strangles the economy, people don't have as much money to spend. People get laid off, businesses go under, there's less economic activity. Yeah, the lockdowns hurt. But in America, we stimmy checks, unemployment, child tax credits, That's why a lot of companies did well during the pandemic, and look what happened. In China, demand suffered from lockdowns, maybe because of anxiety from unpredictability. Tattooed chef versus Baba. Who audits the PCAOB? I don't know. That's interesting. Who audits the auditors of the auditors? I don't know. Baba investors are developing abused girlfriend syndrome. No matter how many times wrongdoing being done, they think their men are good. Maybe I'm a battered wife. I don't know. Arthur Andersen, that was the firm that audited I think Enron, and they turned out to be clowns. U.S. stocks, bro. Greatest country in the world. It's the future, bro. Despite U.S. stocks, bro, they did well the last decade. Who, yeah, has more cash on their book than market cap? Totally not a fraud. Meta Baba, maybe. What is the for? I think it's really low. I haven't checked. I think it's extremely low. The latest earnings were low because of the penalty payments and some cloud. It's normally be below 10. Yeah, the PE is misleading in this case. And that's why the PE isn't the end-all, be-all. It's all about the future. All right, guys, that's it. I'm done for the night. We'll give you a LaFufu outro, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Holy smokers, folks.
Strong man, personal finance.
Ain't no dang jokers.
Alrighty, folks, big video. So in this video, I want to address the last time I was ever bullied in life. The last time I was ever bullied in life. The last time I was ever bullied in life. The last time I was ever bullied in life.
Howdy there, folks.
You're spending more of our money on those stocks. I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna beat your ass.
Boy, did I get brutalized today.